Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ruddy and I'm a filmmaker. Today I want to talk to you about a few of the steps that we had to take in pre-production of our short film called Hearse Buddies. Link in the description below. The very first thing that we had to do was we had to lock down the dates of filming. Of course, by doing so, you're running the risk of having certain people not being able to help you. But if you don't, you won't have enough time to put everything in place, which is insurances, location agreements, actors, and all those different things. Then I have to go over the script and do something called a script breakdown. I draw a line across every scene header, which then allows me to see how long a scene will be at a glance. And then I use some color markers to outline specific locations, props, or cinematography that's going to be required for filming. And while doing so, I write something called a shot list, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's a list of shots that you require to have a complete scene. The way I do this is by drawing a line into the left margin of the script and doing a little squiggly line every time the shot is supposed to play in the final edit. This allows me to see how much of the same setup I require to get for specific shots for the final edit. After all that was done and in place, I wrote the schedules. I had only 2 days to film the whole production, but we had night shoot as well. So we decided to be easy on the cast and the crew, we're gonna start with a night shoot on the first night. So we had a late start that day at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, with a few bits that had to be recorded before the sun went down. Then we had a small location move to our second location, where we had a lot to film and only 5 hours to do it. It should have been done around midnight that day, so everybody can get a little bit of sleep before the early start next morning. The first location that day was the diner. There we had only 3 hours to finish everything that we needed before the diner opened for the public. The second location was the cemetery, and then was the bar. The bar was very important, and we had to make sure that we have enough time to nail that shot, because it was the last shot of the film, which was the punchline of the joke. It was very important to get it right. We left it at the end of the day because we knew the sunlight won't play much role in this shot because everything was interior. Not only that, it was underground. The final thing that I had to write up before we ended up on set was a cast and crew release form, which is a very important document that says that the one signing it is involved in the production of the film, but also there are no secrets between us. Printed enough copies for everybody and a few spares, and I gave all this to Ruby, which was the production manager on set. I organized all this paperwork in a folder and I put some post-it notes with reminders so we can have quick reference on set so we don't have to tumble through all the paperwork and lose time when we're trying to find something specific. I'll leave links to all the paperwork that I was talking about in the episode down in the description below so you can download it for yourself. I hope this episode on paperwork was useful and you got something that could help you in your next production. Thanks for watching. Bye. What was that? Don't know. I'll leave it. Bye. That you know, this is my rock, this is my bottom. This is my bottom. This is your bottom. I am silly.